Hi Internet, it is Peachez. I'm back with my blog, The Enigma of the Female Nerd. So today's subject is actually on a more serious note than the other couple of videos. This one I definitely want to spark probably the most discussion out of any of them. Today's subject is on sexism and sexual harassment in nerd community, the video game community, comic books, everything. And I'm going to start with the definitions. The definition of sexism is prejudice or discrimination based on sex, especially discrimination against women. Sexism has been a subject that has come up a lot the past couple of months. It's been a few stories that I've seen. Like one that stands out in my head that I actually had this very extreme debate with this girl about was that Sony, the company Sony, during their announcement of the PS4 was sexist simply because they did not have a girl on stage. That in itself is ridiculous to me, but it wasn't based off of any real merit. It was just simply based off of the fact that there was no girl on stage. I think that arguments based around sexism should be based out of facts, not based out of emotion or baseless conjecture. It should be based out of something where Sony has had an example where they have been sexist, where maybe a woman didn't get a job simply because she wasn't a woman. Not that they didn't have a woman on stage because there might just not be any female CEOs. It was all of the bigwigs of Sony that were on stage that night, and I don't see what the problem with that is. And honestly, I also feel that it may have been even more pandering to women had they just had a token girl on stage just to have a woman on stage and say that there's a female representation in video games. We all know that. There's tons of girls that play games, and I don't think that there needs to be a representation on the stage simply for an announcement to prove that. The next portion is going to be harassment. Harassment is to annoy persistently, to create an unpleasant or hostile situation for especially by uninvited and unwelcome verbal or physical conduct. So we all know what harassment is. Obviously, I just read the definition. And there has also been a consistent thing. I'm sure you've heard the, I should be able to dress however I want to and not be harassed. Yes, this is true. Women are, in charge of their bodies. They should be able to wear whatever they want to. But particularly in the anime community, or I guess just, comic book community, everything. People cosplay. Men cosplay, women cosplay. And women can wear really sexy costumes, some close to nothing, and others can dress like, do crossplay and dress like boys. Cosplay is very creative. But I think the line comes when people turn something fun into something about being harassed. And yes, there is a such thing as there being people that may be creepy or that might kind of follow you around a little more than you want, or maybe you have some admirers that you don't particularly care for. Yes, that can be harassment. And I definitely don't condone any type of harassment where it's, unpleasant, someone touching you unwanted, someone saying things to you that are extremely inappropriate, or, forcing you into anything. That's obviously wrong. That is completely taboo. But I think that there is this silver line in the sexual harassment debate where it turns into some girls crying wolf, so to speak, where they may just say that this person is harassing them simply because they don't want their attention. And saying that someone is sexually harassing you is a very serious accusation. It's not just something where it's like, oh, I don't like this person, they're bugging me. Sexual harassment is something that you can totally go to jail for, similar to rape and all of the other serious offenses. And I think it comes down also to a debate of there's never been a concrete conversation describing what are the levels of what exactly is inappropriate, because inappropriate can mean different things to different people. One girl might like being catcalled, another girl might not. So it may be inappropriate to girl B, but girl A might love the attention, and they may be dressed in the exact same costumes. So it really comes down to that too. It comes down from person to person, which makes it subjective. And having sexual harassment being subjective is a whole other ballgame. That opens the floodgates to tons of other stuff. Because then that turns into, is sexual harassment a thing for some girls where they claim sexual harassment from someone that they are not physically attracted to? Or does it turn into a thing of, you know, they just may not like the behavior of that person because they just don't like that behavior from anyone? That is very true. Some people may feel that way. But I personally feel that in a lot of instances that I've seen of the cosplay specific harassment, it may just be because that guy was talking to you who you didn't find sexually attractive. So you claim that he was harassing you. And I think that can open definitely a lot of other points of discussion. And I'm really interested to see the response from this video, because it's obviously a very controversial subject, and it's a very serious subject. And I hope that everyone takes it as seriously as I do. And I thank you all for watching, and I hope that you continue to watch all my videos. I'm so sorry that this one took so long for me to film, and I hope you all enjoy it. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Now clap.
Clap really fast.
Why you listen?
I don't know. You didn't say anything.
No, you only have to clap once. You can talk.
What, Brian?
You can talk now.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it's recording.
Okay. You didn't tell me it was recording.